The Niger Republic Railway project may be at risk after the rupture of the diplomatic ties between Nigeria and Niger following the July 26 coup in which President Mohamed Bazoum was ousted from office by military officers led by General Abdurrahman Tichani. This came as over 1,000 trucks conveying goods worth of 350 million naira to Nigeria. Other West African nations have remained trapped at the borders for over 1 week following the closure of the respective gateways to the two neighboring countries. The Federal Republic and the Nigerian Çøuþ had ordered the immediate closure of all land borders between the two countries after the political developments in the landlocked country. In 2021, the federal government revealed its plan to construct a 284-kilometer rail line to the Niger Republic. According to the former Minister of Transports, Ameachi, the project will cost the country about $2 billion and would be funded by Nigeria through loans from external sources. Earlier in March, the Buhari administration agreed to release an additional 454 billion naira in public funds to continue the construction of the Kano-Niger Railway and other capital projects. According to the former transportation minister, the 454 billion naira would be used to purchase rolling stock, operation and maintenance equipment for the Kano-Maradi standard gauge rail line, which is currently under construction. The sum of also includes 510 billion.93 million naira for the purchase of 4 customized fire service, search and rescue vans for seaports in Port Harcourt, Lagos Ports Complex, Tinkan Island Port and the Nigerian Port Authority's Marina Headquarters. The 248 kilometers rail line will connect Kano, other cities such as Kazure in Bauchi State, Daura and Mashi in Katsina State, Dutse in Jigawa State, and the border town of Jibia before terminating the Maradi Niger Republic trade and agricultural hub. The line has 15 stations along its route and is expected to carry 9,364 passengers and 3,000 metric tons of cargo per day. The contract was awarded to MSSRS Mutan English Nigeria Limited for $948 million, which was inclusive of 7.5% VAT with a completion period of 4 years. However, the project met with opposition, particularly from lawmakers. The proposed rail project was criticized by the National Assembly Joint Committee on Land and Marine Transport in November 2021. In June 2021, Buhari defended its government's initiative to build a railway to connect Nigeria and the Niger Republic during an exclusive interview on Arise TV. He said, "I have first cousins in Niger. They are Kanuris, they are Hausas, and they are Fulanis in Niger Republic, just as they are Yorubas in Benin Republic. You can't absolutely cut them off. But the rail, look at the plan. Okay, if you really look at the plan, how are you rehabilitating that road? Niger, they discover oil too as soon as you know, and we don't even want to allow them to go through Benin Republic, which we want them to come through Nigeria. We hope they will decide when we take the rail up to Maradi. Then they will send all their exports and so on through Nigeria rather than through Benin." Recently, Muta Engli Nigeria Limited stated that a 400-kilometer railway line will be completed by 2025. Speaking to journalists while taking delivery of the over $200 million heavy-duty equipment to be deployed for the rail project, the company's logistics manager, Mr. Nuno Kulako, disclosed that the construction of the rail project has commenced even as over 300 Nigerians have been employed with a project to hit 100,000 at the peak of the project. He said we partnered with a Shoreline in 2018 to start investing in the country. We have been awarded the Kano Maradi railway project, which is an investment of $2 billion and 400 kilometers coming from Duse all the way to Maradi in Niger Republic. We had to buy a lot of equipment, and we believe in state-of-the-art equipment and brand new equipment, he said. However, following the coup, Nigeria cut electricity to the Niger Republic as a result of the sanctions imposed by the Economic Community of West African States. Niger, one of the world's poorest countries, depends on Nigeria for 70% of its power. In response, the military junta cut off ties with Nigeria, France, and other countries after the delegates sent by the ECOWAS failed to convince the coup leaders to reinstate Bazoum to office. Last week, the World Bank became the latest international organization to announce it was suspending aid to the Niger Republic other than private sector's partnerships. Meanwhile, as the military leaders continue to dig in, trans-border traders have said that about 60% of Nigeria-bound goods were trapped at different sections of the borders within the region. In a bid to force the junta to restore democracy, the ECOWAS, led by Tinubu, had ordered the closure of all borders shared by member states with the Niger Republic. Nigeria had closed the 4 borders with Niger, Kamba borders, Ilela, Jibia, and Batakari borders. Giving an update on the situation on Monday, the president of the Trans-Border Traders Association, Nasiru Salami, said over 350 million naira worth of goods were currently rotting away at the borders to Nigeria. He explained that just 3 days after the coup took place, over 100 trucks loaded with onions and other agricultural products heading to Nigeria and other West African countries were trapped at the borders. Salami stated 3 days after the coup took place, over 100 trucks carrying onions and other agricultural products were trapped. Currently, the truck trapped there are running into thousands, and a truck of onions containing about 300 bags worth around 3.5 billion naira is for the onions alone. In a nutshell, Kasala don burst. Ordinarily, a lot of people really complain about that why should Buhari do that? That is, there's no economic gain in doing that. Who is going to be paying that? But Buhari did it just because of say his brothers and whatever are there, and he was trying to justify, just as Yorubas are in Benin Republic. You see the tribalism they are trying to play. How much are they going to be gaining? But let's even leave that. That's by the wayside. The question is that with all these things happening, this is a self-inflicted pain, because this whole thing, Nigeria has nothing to do with it, and we have said it. Why is it that there's coup in the first place in most of the African countries that the military are taking over? What led to that? Those are the things that they are supposed to be talking about, but no, they won't do that, because now Nigeria does not even have any problem with Niger as far as we know. But because of this matter, and this is an internal issue with them, which I don't think any other country honestly should even get involved. The only thing they can do is just to plead, and not only pleading, they should see that other African countries are doing the right thing. Because if you don't do the right thing, you just want people to be quiet, and you as politicians, you continue to misbehave and do whatever you want, then you expect people not to react. That is the reason or the essence or the outcome of all this nonsense. So you are supposed to be dialoguing with them that they should do the needful, there should be an agreement, not you taking, I don't know, taking sanctioning them here and there. Now The money spent in that place now, a lot of people have lost their goods. I don't even know how they will come back and say, oh, let everything continue, because the best thing would have been dialogue. Then you take it gradually, but you cut off their distance, you close borders. At the end of the day, money spent, because these people, because they are always there to steal money, they don't work for money. So if anything, if there's any wastages, who are the people that will bear the brunt? It is the masses that are still suffering. You can imagine that what is it called, the Niger is one of the poorest countries in the world. Who are the people that will pay, that they will see, especially in Nigeria, that Tinubu is taxing everybody? He has not contributed any meaningful thing to Nigeria since he came on board, just inflicting pains, because they know that the Nigerians are the ones that will see sweat and pay for all these wastages that they are involved in. It's just unfortunate. Now the stupid achievement Rotimi Amechi, I know that they will call Amechi's name, was trying to do to please Buhari. See the stupid result now. Waste of our hard-earned billions in Nigeria. Blessed are those that speak the truth. Buhari was in charge, detecting the pace of the construction, while Rotimi Amechi was the stooge. It is high time we scrutinize all these northerners, because some of them are not from Nigeria. Of course not, yes. When will our leaders be held accountable for their deeds in government? The railway to Niger was one of the most terrible acts of impunity of Buhari, Nigeria's most nepotistic leader. That was a good project by Buhari. At least we can see the benefits. 1,000 trucks coming into Nigeria with 350 million naira worth of goods trapped. The federal government should also build one going to Ghana to replicate what Buhari has done. Then, whenever someone from Southeast becomes president, then a railway will be built to connect Cameroon. This is the way to a typical Nigerian leader thinks. Instead of developing their country, they prefer to develop other countries, forgetting that charity begins at home. If you have railway from Niger to Nigeria, how do you hope to defeat Boko Haram? Niger is simply an extension of Nigeria. They say it's even the 37th state of Nigeria, not even Abuja. You see? Man proposes, God disposes. Yeah. Even if you plan to build your home on the sky, God will bring it down. He alone can trap the wicked in their plan of future. Anything that has to do with lies and disease always ends in disaster. Political power can ever give anyone a guaranteed future. You can imagine borrowing billions of dollars with interest but build railway in Niger, while the Southeast have no railroad. Then tomorrow we begin to blame Europeans for our failures. If I may ask, of what financial value is that project for Nigeria, when Buhari could have used the same funds to build factories to employ the youth? Now wickedness now. It was a gift to Niger Republic. They didn't even beg for it. Anyway, corruption and self-centered mind of self-imposed leaders are the cause of all this problem. But remember that the war is not for the strong, neither is the race for the swift. War still, a hungry security outfit is flexing muscles. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.